everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be going through my March makeup favorites. Two of my dogs are in my beauty room with me right now because they're just feeling like they need mommy. So if you hear some weird doggy noises, that is what is going on. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video. Okay, so I pretty much just have my little basket here full of products. I'm not going to be going in any particular order, like face products, eyes, stuff like that. I'm just going to be pulling from the bin of products and kind of going over them. So the first thing that I have is the Cocoa Lashes in the style Bella. So this is what the lashes look like. They are really, really beautiful for those of you who have very round eyes or very pronounced eyes, because that's the kind of eye style that I have, or eye shape, I guess. And sometimes whenever I use, I guess, lashes that kind of do more of like the wing or do more of the almond eye effect, sometimes they just look a little bit weird on my eye style shape. God, sorry. So these kind of are longer in the center, and then they get shorter on the inner corner and then shorter on the outer corner as well. So they kind of flick up towards the center of your eye, which I think is really flattering for my eye shape. So I have been wearing these whenever I do wear false lashes. This is the style that I have been reaching for the most. The next product I have is the Born This Way Naturally Radiant Concealer. I am in the shade Light. Well, technically I'm not really in the shade Light. This is just the only concealer from Too Faced that I have. So I'm probably a shade darker than this, but I have really been enjoying this concealer. I will say that it is a little more tacky than my other concealers, so I have to really make sure that I get a lot of powder on my brush. Chalupa. No, sir, that's not your bag. I really have to make sure that I get powder on my brush whenever I set my concealer, because if I don't have enough powder, then it still tends to stay a little bit tacky. So that's just a little thing. But I have been really enjoying the formula of this concealer. It's a little less full coverage than the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, but it does really, really well underneath the eyes and as an eye primer as well. The next product I have, I feel like this is pretty much in every single one of my favorite videos, at least it feels this way. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Impact Mascara. It's the one that comes in the orange tube. If you guys are a natural bristle mascara kind of girl, then this is going to be one of your top favorites. This is what the brush looks like. So it's definitely the natural bristles, and it's really, really thick. The formula is incredible. It's not too wet and it doesn't dry out easily. I've had this tube for quite some time now. I actually really need to get a new one. But I love this mascara. It makes your lashes voluminous. It adds a lot of texture but not clumpiness to your lashes. It really helps to lengthen the lashes as well. And I can use this for my upper and lower lashes. I do have the Mega Length Mascara from Wet n Wild. It's the one that comes in the skinny purple tube. And that one I like to use on my upper lashes mixed with this, but I cannot wear that at all with my, or on my lower lashes, because it's so wet it transfers onto my under eye area. So I love this one though. It's perfect for every single need that you have. So the blush that I have been wearing the most in the month of March, what did I just say? I don't even know. In the month of March is by Hourglass, and this is what it looks like. It is one of their mixed blushes. So it's an ambient lighting blush, and it's in the shade Diffused Heat. It's really, really pretty. It has the highlight shade that runs throughout, and then the color itself is kind of a peachy pink shade. It's really pretty. I'll swatch it for you guys. So that is what it looks like on my finger, if the camera will focus. There we go. And then I'll swatch it on the back of my hand. So this is the shade right here. It gives a really pretty flush of like a light peachy pink. And the thing that I love the most about this blush is that it's a very buildable. So some blushes are so pigmented that whenever you apply it onto your cheek, if you don't have a light hand, you can tend to go overboard and then you start to look a little bit like a clown. But this one is not like that at all. It has the perfect amount of pigmentation and it makes your skin look so voluminous. For me personally, I have very large pores around my cheek area and on my nose. So whenever my mom first gave this to me, I was thinking, okay, a luminous blush on my cheeks is going to enhance my pores and the texture that I have on my cheek area. But this blush does not do that at all. It is really, really beautiful and I love the shade. I'm probably going to end up purchasing another one of these just because I love it so much. And you get so much product. I know that Hourglass is definitely more of a high-end brand, but you definitely do get a lot of bang for your buck. So for my bronzer that I have been wearing the most during the month of March is the Milani Baked Bronzer right here. And this one is in the shade Glow. So I know that a lot of people rave about this bronzer, and that is for a good reason. It's super, super beautiful. It's definitely more of like a terracotta warm shade. So if you're super fair or if you have pink undertones, I wouldn't necessarily suggest this for you. This is definitely for someone who has more of like a honey undertone or olive undertones. It just is extremely, extremely warm. But what I love about this is that it has luminosity in it, but it's not like shimmery or it doesn't have flecks of glitter in it. It's just really, really pretty and it's super buildable. It's hard because when you swatch it on your finger, for some reason it doesn't want to transfer onto your hand, but whenever you use a brush, it just is so beautiful. But I love this bronzer and it's buildable. So very much like the blush that I was just talking about, it's not something that you're going to go overboard with whenever, you know, you first put your blush in or your brush into the product. It's going to be something that is buildable, but you can definitely get high coverage with that bronzer. It's really good. So the two primers that I have been really loving for the month of March, the first one is the Josie Maran Surreal Skin Argan Finishing Balm. This is the tiny little baby sample that my mom actually gave to me. So it comes in a jar like this. And I always talk in my videos how this really reminds me a lot of the NYX Angel Veil Primer in terms of what it does for my skin, but it also adds a luminosity. So if you guys aren't familiar, the NYX Angel Veil Primer is a pore filling primer. So if you have enlarged pores or if you have severe texture on your skin, it's really going to help to even out that texture and fill in your pores before you go in with your foundation. So I love that stuff. However, if I use it too much, it does tend to break me out. But this stuff I have been using almost every single day and it hasn't broken me out at all. And I love it because it adds a little bit of a luminosity to my skin. I do have large pores and really dry skin. Worst combination ever, I feel like. But it adds some luminosity to it, which I really enjoy. The other primer that I've been using is the Becca Light Priming Filter. And I know that they just came out with one that I think does more correcting because it's a really pretty lavender shade. It's still illuminizing, but I think it also corrects as well. But this is just their basic primer. Again, I have it in a little sample tube. I haven't purchased the big product yet, but my mom got this for me, or she just gave it to me whenever she got a sample of it. So I love this primer whenever my skin is feeling more dry than usual, which for the month of March it's been crazy because we've had so many like transitional days in terms of the weather. At the beginning of March, it was feeling really, really hot. You guys, get away from the camera stand. Hi, buddy. So we went from like really, really cold to really hot and just kind of back and forth for a couple of days, and that really destroys my skin. But this one really helps to kind of combat that whenever I need a little bit more moisture to my skin. Okay, so the foundation that I have been loving for the month of March is the Josie Maran Vibrancy Foundation. If you guys suffer from dry skin at all, this is going to be your best friend. And the thing that I love about this foundation the most is that even though it's a very dewy, like extremely dewy foundation and extremely luminous, it doesn't break down on your skin. For some reason, I feel like a lot of foundations that claim to be dewy and luminous, for example, the new Becca Aqua Luminous Foundation, I think is what it's called. I love that foundation, but it's not one that I can know that it's going to last all day on my skin. It's going to be one of those foundations to where I want to wear it for just a couple of hours, not a couple, but probably like half a day, because it just tends to kind of break down on my skin because it is so dewy and so luminous. But this one does just as well in terms of providing that dewiness look, but it doesn't break down on the skin. So this is the foundation that I'm wearing right now. I did mix in a couple of drops of the NYX Total Drop foundation because this right now for me is a little bit too dark, and it still stayed on my skin. I've had it on literally for about, I want to say 8 to 9 hours so far, and I love it. It's just amazing. Right now I'm in the shade Awaken. And the one thing I will say is, at least the last time I checked, they don't have a ton of shades in this foundation, so that is really kind of disappointing. So I wish that they would come out with more shades, but this one is really, really good if you have dry skin. So another face product that I have is my holy grail product right now. I love this. I always go back to it. It's what I have been using constantly since I purchased it, basically, or since my mom bought it. This is the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Contour and Highlight Palette. I'm trying not to blind you guys, but it has a really, really pretty kind of metallic gold, and then it has nice pretty pink writing. It says, "Don't be afraid to dazzle." I am such a huge sucker for Tarte packaging. I think that they do an excellent job at making their packaging like just very luxurious looking, very cute and very feminine. I love that. And all of their mirrors that come in their compacts, like this mirror, I'm going to try not to blind you, but this is freaking amazing. It's extremely good quality. It is so, so nice, and it's huge, which I really appreciate because it makes taking this for traveling that much easier. But basically, what is in the actual product is a contour shade and a highlight shade. So this is what it looks like up close. And normally, because of my skin tone, I prefer more warm tones, but this contour shade, you guys, I just feel like it's magical or something. I know the camera's kind of picking up a lot more gray, but in person, it is the perfect shade for contouring. It is just gorgeous. Let me swatch it and see if that'll kind of pick up a little bit better for you guys. So this is what it looks like right here. Yeah, it's still pulling a lot of gray on the camera, but I promise you it's a lot warmer than that on your skin tone. But it is so, so beautiful on the skin. I'm obsessed with it. It feels like butter whenever you dip into the product, and it blends like a dream. I'm obsessed with it. And then this highlight shade right here, you guys, if you are looking for just a very, very beautiful, gorgeous, like natural looking glow to your skin, I recommend getting this duo right here because it's just so freaking pretty. Like, it gives you the perfect luminosity to the skin, and it's not too crazy to where you only want to wear it when you're doing a really dramatic look, but it's pretty enough. It's right here, and it reflects the light enough to where you can use it for literally any makeup look. And I think it's the perfect shade too. Like, I think that this would look gorgeous on light skin tones, my skin tone, darker skin tones. Like, it's so pretty, and it reflects the light. Gorgeous. I'm obsessed with it. So one product that I feel like I've been using for longer than the month of March. I mean, I know I've had it for longer than that, but I feel like this is the brow pencil that I have been going to the entire month of March, and this is the Model Launcher Brows in the shade Taupe. So it is double-ended on... Hi, Duchess. I know, baby. Come here. She's so pretty. But on one end, it has a little spoolie, and then on the other end, you have the actual product. This has the same exact shape as the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. It has that kind of triangle shape, and I really love this. It's cheaper than the Brow Definer. I think don't quote me on this, but I want to say that this is like $16, maybe $18. And then I know that the brow definer is, I think 21, something like that, 26. I don't know, somewhere around there. But I do remember that this is cheaper than that. And I actually got this in, I think, a glossy box. And I've had it ever since. And I feel like I just have a ton, yeah, I have a ton of product left. It's really super easy to blend out. I mentioned this multiple times here on my channel, but I am not a brow kind of girl. It's not something that I enjoy doing. I don't like to etch out, you know, the shape or anything like that. I just kind of fill it in so that it's dark enough to match the rest of my makeup look and it doesn't look like something's missing from my face. But this is so easy. It literally takes 2 seconds. They're like wrestling right now. And yeah, so I love this brow pencil. It's my holy grail. I also really like the NYX brow pencil. I think I have that one in the shade Ash Brown, but this one, I don't know. I just love that product. Then I have 3 excuse me, 3 lip products that I have been wearing out the entire month of March. The first one is by Flower Beauty, and I really want to try other products from Drew Barrymore's brand because I'm just obsessed with that brand right now, and I don't have, I think, yeah, this is the only product that I have, but every time I go into the store, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need another product from her. They're amazing. The formula of this is so good. So this is the lipstick in the shade Tea Rose. It is such a perfect pinky peachy nude. I'm going to swatch it for you guys, but I love the formula of this because first off, it's a drugstore lipstick. You can get it for like $7 at Walmart. And the formula is amazing. It stays on so long. I love it. And the shade is just perfect for the springtime. I feel like this is going to go with any type of like colorful or neutral or warm tone look that you do. It's just so pretty on the lips. And I love it. I love the formula. It's amazing. I definitely want to pick up some more of her lipsticks because the formula is just out of this world. It's very creamy. I would say that it's more of like a satin matte finish. It's not going to be completely matte, but definitely more of that satin matte. And it feels just so nice on the lips. It feels really luxurious. And like I said, it lasts a really long time. So I'm not complaining about that. The other lipstick that I have been wearing kind of in transition from whenever we were having more cold days, I would wear this lipstick in combination with another product I will be talking about. But this is the Gerard Cosmetics 1995 lipstick that Jaclyn Hill created, and then something happened, I don't know. But she is no longer supporting Gerard Cosmetics, but I like their lip products, so I am going to support Gerard. But this is the lipstick right here. It's a really pretty kind of rusty, dusty rose shade. I'm going to swatch it for you. Whenever Jaclyn Hill created this, I remember seeing her video, and she said that the color reminded her a lot of kind of like the grunge 90s phase. So it's kind of like that dirty, rusty red shade, which I'm obsessed with. And it was, I don't know, it was just amazing. I love Gerard's formulas for all of their lip products. I have 3 of their lip glosses. I have her 2 collaborations, Shimmer of Hope, and then I also have this lipstick right here, which I actually haven't, I've worn it once, just trying it on. This is in the shade Passion Play, and it's a really bright pink shade. It's kind of like a hot pink right here. And this one is their cream formula. This one is their matte, and then this one is like their shimmery cream. Not shimmery, but like kind of satiny. But all of their lip products that I have so far, I'm just obsessed with their formula. They're amazing, and they do so many sales all the time. So I know recently they were doing like a buy 4 lip products for $30, and to me, like for a high-end lipstick, I just think that that is really awesome. But anyways, to pair with the 1995, I have the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Angel Food Cake. Now, I am obsessed with NYX, especially recently. I just feel like they have been doing so well in terms of releasing their cosmetics, and like their eyeshadow palettes recently have just blown me away. I really want to purchase some of their prismatic, is it prismatic? I don't know. It's their highlighting powders that they just released. I want to get some of those. But anyways, back to the lip gloss. I love the formula of their butter glosses. I think they're amazing. They're extremely inexpensive. They smell like, oh, they just smell super sweet, and I love that kind of smell, but it's not overpowering, and it doesn't tend to last too long to where you're constantly sniffing that. I just love it, and it's one of those lip glosses that doesn't break down your lipstick if you do decide to wear it. And these are pigmented enough to where you could wear it by itself, or you could wear it on top of a lipstick and you would be fine. But I'm going to swatch it for you guys. This one is a really pretty mauve shade, and I feel like it complements 1995 super well. So this is the lip gloss right here, and then this is 1995. So I will swatch it on top so you guys can also see kind of what that color combination looks like. But it just adds, it literally is like the perfect combination if you guys are looking for a really pretty mauve combination for a lipstick and a lip gloss. I would highly recommend these two. They are just amazing together, and I love this formula because it adds a lot of shine to your lip. It kind of makes your lips look wet, but it doesn't drip. I know that some lip glosses can kind of, I don't know, be a little bit runny, and so their formula tends to kind of drip a little bit, and you can get a little bit of lip gloss like right below your lip and onto your chin. So that's not really a go for me. So yeah, that is my March beauty favorites. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can stay updated on everything that is going on and all of my videos that I've been posting. I am 4 subscribers away from 600 subscribers, which is really, really amazing. I feel super blessed and just really, really lucky to have my channel growing the way that it's been growing lately, and my social media accounts. My Instagram has been consistently gaining more followers, so that's really cool. I'm glad that everyone so far has been really liking and enjoying my content. And I feel like, oh, that's the makeup brushes. It literally looks like I have 2 little horns coming out of my head right there. I should probably move that. But yeah, so anyways, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.